Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Ian.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good.
So you're on the list.
EYO, huh?
Huh?
EYO, what do you got in there?
You want gin and tonic?
Not right now, maybe later.
If you have a glass, we'll pour you one.
Oh yeah, I got a beer right now, so I'll do it after.
Okay.
After I'm up there.
After you open, you should do it before.
Yeah, yeah.
How you doing?
Good.
Oh, we forgot to bring the glass.
Oh yeah. What's up?
You just drink it from the
How? You can mix it into one thing, you think?
mix it all together. I give you a bottle and take a bottle.
Whatever you want, man.
No, we'll share. I'll share it with her.
So I did start the stream now because it's 9 o'clock, so people are expecting it to be live. So if you guys are on the internet, it will start soon. And if you are in the Chicago city, just come here instead. Just come here. It's probably a lot better. So see it in person. Also, internet, if there's anything wrong with the feed, like my voice not being loud enough, comment on the video. Like anyone's actually watching this right now. I'm not talking to anybody.
You are?
Yeah.
Talking to us?
It'll be archived though.
That's
Oh,
it.
it'll be archived? Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm watching it now. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your head. Oh.
The bull head.
You can already see it.
How's the sound? You went to quick time.
Yeah, I have to. It's just a little bothersome.
I'm getting the audio.
Do you have any glasses here? Like a...
Yeah, I'll get one.
Oh, great.
What kind?
Plastic glasses.
Yeah, I'll get one.
Thank you. There we go. I'm getting the sound.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, there's a pretty nice mic on there. Shotgun mic.
What's your name?
Andrea?
Nice to meet you. Abu Bakr?
What's that?
Yeah, I get that a lot. Abu Bakr?
Abu Bakr. Do you have a nickname?
Yeah, Abu Bakr.
Abu.
Ian.
I had a dream about you last night.
Oh, you did?
I had a dream about something.
You and me?
Yeah.
Hi, man. How are you?
Good.
Abu Bakr?
Say that again?
Abu Bakr.
Abu Bakr.
Abu Bakr.
Abu Bakr.
Yes.
All right.
Ian.
I get that a lot.
Constantine.
Nice to meet you, Rusty.
Nice to
This
meet
is
you guys.
Ian. You already said it.
And you were? I'm waiting.
Oh, hi. Hey, what's going on?
Not much. That guy's last.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You want?
Yes, thank you.
What's your name?
I'm James. Hey.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
James.
Did you want to sign up?
Yeah, please.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'll try.
Uh-huh.
We got these spaces available still.
Right.
Just pick out your spot.
I'm okay.
I know you can pick a spot. No, you're acting this way.
Well, there's still a lot of two votes. You can go beginning, middle, end.
Yeah, it's
Guys, all over my head. Do you know?
No. That's good.
I have no idea.
You put the line.
Are you a
You want to
Ian?
go all the way or don't go?
Are you a comic? Are you going up?
He is.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
I'm giving him support.
Awesome. Yeah, we love audience.
Yeah.
All right. Got a big list today. Yes, internet. Who is watching? Is anyone watching? Does it say?
What's streaming?
Does it say how many viewers in the top left?
You got 7 viewers.
7.
Oh, cool.
Uh-oh.
Coming in at a clean 1400 kilobits.
People are in the room.
That'd be funny.
Everyone has a smartphone.
I think I watch it.
And you're running 3G, and that's probably one of the reasons especially internet's hard.
Can I get you?
Yeah.
Huh? Can I get you?
They're around here somewhere.
Is there a community chest or something that I can toss in around?
Over here.
Great. Everyone known as that kind of party.
It is that kind of party.
There you go.
It is.
Alright. Oops, pardon me. Take the drop box off. But I know that's not.
Should you wait a little longer?
A little longer,
We
because
play
I was
that,
waiting for
right?
my brother to come, he's walking, he's on his way, so.
Okay.
That'd be a good time to start it, yeah.
Give me your phone. Is it charged enough?
I got a lot of time.
Mine's
People are watching me, they might go.
Are they really?
Yeah. Is anyone watching this?
We should have a decent 90 minutes here. Oh shit.
Oh, nice, it's going at like the full speed too, high quality.
Nope.
People watching on the internet, I assume you're all comics too, because I posted this on the comic thing. So why don't you just come here? Why aren't you here? You realize this is an open mic, right? And you could have signed up. There's like 5 spots still left. So if you guys want to bust out a set really fast tonight, good place to do it. 30, no, I said. Did I say that clear enough? Good. We're going to be giving comics about 6 minutes. Do you have... Yeah, straight into the left.
Yep, straight ahead. Already done that little scary alleyway back there.
Yeah, like- I don't know about this. I'll move this chair out of the way. It's in the way. Then I'm good.
Go for it. Go for it. We shouldn't have anybody.
So what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Do you have a timer on your phone?
You know what? Yes, I do.
Because if you can handle the timing, that'd be cool, because I don't have my phone right now. It's the camera. And last time I just roughly estimated how long people have gone up, and some people got away with a long set. I'm just gonna, I'd say, yeah, once my brother comes, I'd say that's like, we could probably just start.
Kick it off.
And there's still a lot of comics who haven't even shown up yet, so yeah. There's one.
There's one.
Ooh, and he didn't even sign up.
Yeah, I know. I didn't sign up actually. I'm probably not gonna do it today.
Well, you could be the opener. You could just.
You can open. We need an opener. We need an opener.
It's gonna
Alright,
take the
I'm
bullet.
tired.
Let's take the bullet.
There's no reason not to do it in this case.
We're all.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think fucking I don't think the scouts are watching today.
Yeah. You never know.
How many people?
Yeah, a lot. What do we got? How many people?
How many people am I?
What? On the list?
On the list,
Like
yeah.
15?
15? We beat last week already.
Where's the booze? I need the booze.
Ooh, yeah. I saw you. I heard you last time you said that. I was like, what? Booze? What? And I was like, oh, you're asking for some, and not just celebrating booze.
Woo, booze! Booze!
Don't open it right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to give it the old.
Yep.
I just came off of work actually. So,
Do comedy about it?
no, yeah. Not really.
Seems like a place to be funny right there. In the old, just got off work today.
Just
What do you work at?
ups.
Ups? What is that?
UPS.
UPS.
Clever?
Downers. I work at downers.
Downers, whatever you need, bro.
Whatever you need.
Ups and downers, yeah.
Up and downers.
That'd be nice.
So if you guys missed it when I had that space heater going full blast, and all of a sudden the power like went half out in the basement because the thing like automatically switched it out, and I was scared as shit. Thought we weren't gonna have a show. But we are. Yeah. Actually, the PA was still working. It was just dark. That would have been funny. You know, we were just so dark.
That's good for all the ugly comics.
And guess what?
I said that's good for all the ugly comics.
So all the comics.
Exactly. More comics.
Yeah.
We got 2 mics.
This is like the host mic, and that's the.
You're gonna like interject like.
I try not to. Like,
Yeah, we're like,
boo!
hey, you're running the light, asshole!
That'd be mean.
You hack, boo! Your time is up.
But at least if I do that, you have your own mic. You can just talk right back. Like, no, fuck you. Yeah, it is a fair.
A battle of wills.
This one sounds a little better though.
That's a lot of volume, but you gotta put your mouth on it.
I try not to. That's a good point, actually. What, you gonna throw that at me?
To you, that's the difference.
I was confused because I already have one.
Doesn't he know?
I guess he doesn't.
Doesn't he know?
Really does?
Does he know who I am? We should have like host nights where you just like Edward 40 hands. And the host just has 40s.
Not with these, though.
No, we gotta get some good 40s.
Well,
Yeah,
like, what's
some OE, baby.
Do it just right.
the Steel Reserve?
Little Steel Reserve, right?
Oh, God, that should have given you a blackout, a hangover, and tetanus.
Quick announcement. Anyone who has played a set here, at least one set, which will be everyone who's signed up tonight, is eligible to guest host this mic. This very mic.
You could be possessed.
Because it's not going to be
Mike!
but it's not going to be me every time.
Hang on.
What's it say?
Did you get the problem with it stop streaming fixed?
No, but usually it isn't a problem. Usually it just stays like going.
I think those two messages were from last time.
Yeah, it's
One
fine.
says no sound, one says it stopped streaming.
Those are comments
Yeah, those are from last
from
week.
last week. Yeah.
Oh, from
I don't-
last
I don't know
week?
why it's on there. That's the chat.
Those fuckers.
Someone just comments
last
like
week.
not working or something.
Yeah,
It's fucking G.
Last week we had an incident where a comic didn't want to be recorded and streamed.
up the
So like we had to mic it out, and then when we mic'd it out, everybody got mad and like left.
Trying to think.
I
We should move it.
I thought you meant like you left like the chat window up and someone's
That
just
should
like
be
fucking
alright.
with you like
I guess.
streaming error. You're like, oh my god, what's the problem? Exactly. Cannot connect to the internet.
Oh
Oh, there you are.
We got some more.
Okay. Looks like you got a good room size too. Pretty much got a chair, so I guess that means it's time to. Yeah, 'cause once we run out of chairs, there's not much else we can wait for. All the chairs are full. What's your name?
Mike,
Are you going up?
I will be.
Ooh.
Got a sign-up sheet?
We got a new signer.
Oh, we live in the future. We don't have no seats to sign in.
New signer. So yeah, it's right here.
I got one.
I mean, it's like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Plumbing, but.
As long
We
as
got a
ceiling
digital
tiles
sign-up
don't
sheet.
come falling down your head.
So you just pick, we only have a few spots left.
We don't have indoor plumbing.
Ooh,
but
we got
We got all the other bases covered.
Exactly. We got gigabit speeds.
Right? Well, you can't ask for more than that.
Plumbing for.
Alright, that's 16 comics, and Mr. Shannon might just be our 17th if I put him on the stage.
Yeah, you gotta force me to it.
I would have to give you a very good introduction.
We
want the opening.
You have to like drug me.
We want the opening. Well, we got plenty of PBR.
Me too, fuck it.
That's as close as drug. Did you?
It's really just a question of volume.
Yeah.
Was it gonna be 5
How many is it gonna take to get you to the level?
Now we need malt liquor.
Do you want to be pushed back even later? No, I meant it as like I'm so good I want to go last, that kind of thing. I don't mean like that. No. Sometimes really confident people, they go, yeah, I'm closing this bitch. I'm not going up.
I'm so good, I'm gonna go up and
I'm not gonna, nobody's gonna follow me.
I'm gonna be the last.
Yeah, I think we got a good sizable audience right now, and I just like to acknowledge the internet. Really, you're watching this? That's all I have to say. All right.
All the stone people out there, this is happening right now.
I'd watch it. I don't know. I have nothing else to do. I watched it back a couple of times because like there's some really good sets from that.
All of it? The whole thing is like 2 hours.
Pretty much, yeah, like the good parts. I skimmed through.
Like me getting up and bombing.
No, I watched like whole sets. Yeah, like yours. You heckled hilariously. So, I pretty much said all of the announcements, but except for maybe like a couple more that this happens every other Friday. It just so happens that it's just going to somehow go past, it's going to dodge like all the holidays. Somehow. It's going to dodge Thanksgiving, it's going to dodge Christmas. Crazy coincidence.
Yeah,
Speaking of coincidences, today something happened to me that's got to be literally 1 in a million. I went to Micro Center. I bought a power strip and batteries for this. And the lady forgot to charge me for the power strip. And so I just, alright, I was going to go back in, but I mean, come on, how often does that happen? I'm not going to. So then the thing that made it 1 in a million is, after that, I went to Strachan Van Til and got those 30s, and it fucking happened again. The cashier almost forgot to scan the second case of beer, except this time I actually did say, did you get both of them? Because you don't want to steal, like knowingly steal something, even though they probably wouldn't have said anything. Can you believe that happened twice in a row consecutively in the same day? At the same strip mall? Same zip code? What?
Was it the same cashier?
Yeah, it's probably me. It's probably just me. They just probably see this guy, like, get the fuck out. I don't care if I lose my job, just get out of here. Alright, so that's me. And we do have a co-host, and I'm going to bring him up to do his thing. And he's going to be introducing guests, you know, back and forth, because we got co-hosts.
Robert.
Ooh, yeah, he spoiled it. So, yeah, his name is Robert Essex. Boom!
What is going on? We're in the motherfucking basement! We're in the goddamn basement! We're in the motherfucking dungeon and shit! This shit's fucking real! This is real motherfucking comedy! What's going on, people at home? How y'all doing today? Look at that shit! I want to thank everybody, all the comics who showed up tonight and shit. I hope y'all aren't too scared. I know the place is a little rough. But you know what I'm saying? I promise we won't dismember anyone tonight. Alright? Promise. Yeah, we do that shit on the non-comedy nights. That's what the other Friday is for. Shit, so let's get this shit started off right. But first we gotta take care of some business, alright? We gotta take care of some shit. There's some shit that went down today. We're all fucking, you know, lamenting the loss of something fucking very special to all of us. I'd like to sit back and just a moment of silence real quick for the people at home and the people here. Fucking, we lost something very important to us today. Fucking Hostess has gone out of business. No more Twinkies, no more ho-hos.
I don't think that's true. I think they're going to a third-party vendor.
Shut up. This is serious. This is some shit right here, goddammit. This is some shit. No more trading. No kids won't trade their Twinkies for shit anymore. You can't fucking trade your fucking pudding pack for a fucking ho-ho anymore. Shit's fucked up. We live in a world now. No Hostess. This is bad. So I want to take just a brief moment of silence so we can all reflect on the happiness that ho-hos and Twinkies and the Hostess Corporation has brought us. That's enough. Alright, that's enough. So we got some shit going on tonight. Welcome to the dungeon. It's the comedy dungeon, so we like to call it. It's where comedy comes to get tortured. Shit's fucking serious. Fucking, I'm gonna take a peek at this list here because I'm cheating because I didn't do my homework.
Slide that slider down. I forgot to turn that on.
Which one? Oh, this guy?
And the mixer, the one that's up.
This one?
Yeah.
That's the music, right? Alright, now we're done. So, let's get this motherfucker started! Let's get this motherfucker started! Let's get this motherfucker started! Watch my gum! That's how serious this shit is! So first thing I want to do tonight is I want to bring up our first fucking comic. Yeah! I want to bring our first comic up on stage, and lovely lady by the name of Andrea Scott! Everybody give it up!
Alright, for the dungeon, yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
I've been watching the hurricane coverage, and
it's weird because I saw this article on CNN Online. Bob Vila maps the road to home recovery through home repairs. You're kidding me. Like, how out of touch is that? You see people out there crying. Their house just floated away. A boat just rammed into their garage. Hey, honey, Bob Vila's got some tips on fixing broken door locks. Too bad we didn't know about this last week when we actually had a door frame. This pot licker's found an angle to make money off a natural disaster. You know, 5 minutes after the hurricane hits, he's out there like, need some tools? No, thanks, Bob. We'll get your DVD for $29.95 and master it ourselves. I really don't think this guy's ever finished anything he started. If you read his list of tips, his biggest one is, if you've got yard debris, you might have some extra yard work ahead of you. Thanks, Bob. We thought you were going to come over and help us clean up. It's scary. I don't text, which puts me at war with everyone who does. I know what you're thinking. She doesn't text because she's old. I am not old just because I remember when Apple was a record company. They had Yoko Ono and Chubby Checker and Ellis. Yeah, quite a lineup. The real reason I don't text is I just don't find it that personal. You know, I don't like typing into a device. I think it forges a bad connection between people, and for people who don't want to get intimate, it like accelerates the process of pulling people apart. Just thinking about it makes my entire soul fly out the window. I actually tried texting him once. I typed in WHORU, and so the other person wrote me back, are you calling me a whore? I just wrote back, yeah, I don't know how to text. It's like one word. I don't even like the sound of the text coming in. It's like knock-knock jokes. I don't like knock-knock jokes either. It's like, knock-knock, who's there? Anita. Anita who? Anita to read this. I swear though, I mean, if you don't text, it just really pisses people who text, it really pisses them off. It's weird because I went up to Michigan, I have friends there, I'm like visiting, and we're trying to get together, and they would text me, I just call them back, and then they text me back again, I just call them back. You should have seen the tension by the time we got together. I'm like, doesn't anybody make a phone call anymore? My friend there's like, Andrea doesn't text. She can't read. I'm expecting silence on this one, and it's gonna really make me a little angrier than I am. Am I the only person in the world who is not an Adele fan? That woman, sorry to hear that, because that woman does not have a voice. I heard that you settled down. How can you have a voice that low and still sound whiny? Sometimes love hurts and sometimes it lasts and sometimes it hurts instead. It's the holiday season, and I kind of hope that your holiday doesn't hurt as much as listening to an Adele song. That's all the time I'm going to take up here, so I'm going to bring the host back up. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A couple things I forgot to say. I'm just going to get this out of the way. Hey, has anyone ever told you that you look like Jeff Tweedy? Okay.
No,
I always remember.
that's it. I got it.
Yeah, he does. He does.
I was thinking about this the other day, actually.
I had to say it. I had to get it out of the way. It's a comedy show. We all offend each other here. This is not play school. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just rubbing it in. I'm just. I don't know. What is play school? It's a brand. That's about it.
Oh, shit.
I don't think there is such thing as, it's called nursery school, I don't know. So, I think it's hilarious how fucking Rob, he was so energized. I told him before the show that part of being a host, in my opinion, is to be very energized, and I think he took that very, he definitely heard me when I said that, because he was energized. Let's move it along. Internet! Shout out to the internet.
Yeah.
This shout out, I'm just going to say, it's a good room, and it's an even better video, probably. I don't know, it's alright. We'll just keep it going with this next guy. Let's start clapping now.
What the
Thank
fuck?
you, sir. Whiskey man!
This one?
Today.
Yeah, that was a better one.
Man.
Alright.
You look like you.
Alrighty.
Oh, damn.
Got some notes somewhere.
They're in the bottle.
Yeah, I should put them on the bottom. What the fuck is wrong with this? Okay, here we go. Well, I was gonna tell some jokes, but the last person just stole all of mine. So that's kind of a bummer for you guys, so I'll just have to work on this. Well, I've been seeing a shrink lately. The shrink said that I have alcohol-induced psychosis, and it's kind of a problem, I guess, alcohol-induced psychosis. But don't worry about me, because I took all of my pills right before I came here. Just a little bit of Oxycontin, take the edge off, you know what I mean? Same shrink, he told me, you got Asperger's about 8 months ago. He told me I have Asperger's. If you're familiar, it's a mild form of autism. But since I have Asperger's, it explains a lot, because it turns out those aren't pimples on my ass cheeks. They're sesame seed buns. So that's how life goes, I guess. Recently, I saw a different doctor. This guy wasn't a head shrinker, he was a dick shrinker. He said I contracted, quote unquote, contracted chlamydia. Give me a bottle of pills, said this will cure it. And I my only question was, seriously, if it's a contract, is there an early termination fee? Because when I switched from AT&T to Verizon, I had to pay like $300, and it was just a fucking ordeal, you know? And then I had to deal with a fucking phone number that wasn't even my own phone number, and I had to have, it's just, god fucking awful. One thing that recently happened, I did just get engaged. Well, before you applause too much,
Why?
this is my second time getting engaged, but I do feel good about this one, because I just do. I don't know how to explain it, but at the same time, I don't feel too much different than before when I wasn't engaged, you know, because I was just sort of passive and vague, that kind of thing. But we'll see how that works out. Speaking of working out, I did start working out for the first time in my life, because I'm engaged now with things in general. So I've been working out, just my right arm though, and I do about 2-minute sets 3 times a day, and it gets really fucking messy. Change the subject now, not to get into politics, but I love Barack Obama. I don't know if any of you guys are Barack Obama supporters, but I'm not into his politics necessarily. I mean, I don't disagree with him, but I'm not into politics. I just like, I don't know if it's his dance or his
big ears, or he's just so adorable. He's the cutest president we've ever had. But really, I think it's because I have this thing for foreigners. And Barack Obama is this big Muslim teddy bear to me. And I just want to take him home, and I want him to sing Al Salam to me. And I was talking to a friend of mine about some problems I've been having lately in my life in general. And they wanted to basically tell me that, you know, you're going through this quarter-life crisis. You know, I'm a little older than you. I've been through that myself. You know, like, you're just going to learn to accept that your hopes and dreams are dashed, and that you're not going to be who you thought you were going to be when you were 8 years old or 12 years old or whatever. But I don't think it's a quarter-life crisis as much as a midlife crisis too early. Because my impulse is, I want to go out and buy a boat. If I had kids, I would start parenting them sporadically, like, oh, don't smoke weed on Monday, and then Tuesday be like, hey, your friends smoke any weed? Can I get some weed from your friends? I've been smelling it. Like, or, you know, what I really want to do is just go out for a pack of cigarettes, and then stop at a truck stop, blow a guy named Randy for some meth, and just fucking drive, you know? I'll be okay, man. I'll be okay. Once I get to California, I'll be okay once I get to well, I guess I ran out of jokes there. I got this one question, though. Do you think the guy who invented circumcision, you know, cutting people's foreskins off, you know, Rumpelstiltskin, crumpled foreskin, you know what I mean? The guy who invented circumcision, do you think he cut his own foreskin off, or he asked somebody else to do it for him? I'm going to leave on that note, and you just contemplate that question for a little while. Thank you.
Wow! Thank you very much! Thank you very much! Right? I said that right? Michael Fleming, right? I said that right? I got that right? All right.
Jeff Tweedy, ladies and
This shit started off quick. I like it. We fucking did a good job. We started this shit off proper. Started this off real proper. My name is, for y'all who don't know, my name is Robert Essex. It's Robert Marley Essex.
Yep.
Yeah. Fucking great name, right? Marley Essex. Yeah. Only thing that says about my parents is that they really liked pot and reggae.
So pot.
They had a lot of high hopes. So you had really high hopes or really low hopes? Like, they were really like, nah, he's gonna be alright. We'll just give him a really cool name. He's gonna be fine. Fucking, people ask me, because my last name is Essex, they ask me, oh, you guys British? You know, they tried to play that fucking name math game and shit. And I'm like, no, but the people who owned us definitely were. Definitely were. I love it. You were talking about a quarter-life crisis and shit. I think I got over my quarter-life crisis recently. I'm 28 years old. Kind of had one of those fucking, those weeks where it was just like, fuck you and fuck everybody and fucking, everything sucks and shit. I had one of those moments in the shower where I just wanted to, like, sit down and cry. And I sat down in the shower with the shower on. And when I sat down, no matter how depressed I was, I sat down in the shower and I realized that the water was too fucking cold down there. Like, it's a different level, so, like, you don't get, so I had to turn the heat back up, and that kind of fucked up the depression. Like, you can't really be depressed when you're worried about temperature. Like, you're uncomfortable and shit. I'm loving it in the basement, dude. Hey, people at home. I hope you're fucking enjoying this shit. Because I don't know, I don't even know how this shit even exists. I mean, I don't even know. We're on the internet. We're fucking in a basement. And a whole bunch of comics out here. I appreciate you guys for watching us. We really thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Tell your friends about us and shit. It's fucking beautiful. Live Chicago comedy. It's fucking wonderful. It's wonderful. So, we're going to go ahead and get up. This mic fucking pisses me off. we are going to go ahead and bring up our third comedian of the night. So fucking get it rolling and shit. And shit. Wanna feel some fucking vigor and shit. I wanna go ahead and bring on stage my man, Mike Burnham.
Oh shit, he's not here.
He's not here? Fuck you! I hope you're watching this shit at home, Mike.
If he
I hope
comes,
you're...
we'll give him a set.
We'll get you a set, but I hope you're watching this shit right now. I'll let you know I just made an ass of myself. Fuck in front of everybody. God damn it. Where's Bob? I want to make sure this time. Bob is here. Alright, so let's get that shit fucking rolling, man. Get that shit fucking hypey and shit. Fucking throw some chairs and shit. For my man Bob fucking Key.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this looks like the basement I always imagined killing myself in. This is awesome. Welcome to Eric Gordon's basement. I'm still looking for Fez, but right here. Kinda, Jeff Tweedy.
We didn't forget that joke.
You know what drives me nuts? All these people who always say you gotta make your own fun. Right? Right. All of those people who say you gotta make your own fun, those are the same people looking horrified when I masturbate in public. Alright? Because here's the thing. If I have to watch people pray in public, I should get to masturbate in public. Alright? That's the truth. Because the thing is, the thing is, don't look at me like I'm crazy, alright? You're the one talking to yourself. Alright? Here's the thing. Masturbation and prayer, not that different. Alright? Because, most people would like you to do it in private. Sometimes there's a cracker involved. Oh, and Jesus did it. Which is, I think, why they crucified him, because they just wanted to make sure he couldn't rub one out one last time. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't look at me all fucking... You can't spell resurrection without erection, okay?
Yeah.
Where's the rest of this bit? Frankly, the only real difference between prayer and masturbation is that masturbating gets results every time. It does! And I don't care how Christian you are, you can't dispute facts. Oh wait, that's what Christians do! Yes, creationism is the truth and dinosaurs are a lie. Don't worry, this is the first time I'm doing this, it'll be funny in a month. No, because, and the thing is, you can say, oh no, that's just crazy Christians. Listen. With the crazy fundamentalist Christians, you can say a lot of things about them. You can say they're ignorant, intolerant, tacitly racist, because we know Jesus wasn't white. But you can't say they're wrong. You can't, because I've read the book. It's in there. God does hate fags. If God was a real thing, is all I'm saying. Hang on. Oh, look, if God was real, and he was like, he created us and built us, he's definitely not omniscient. He's not all-knowing. God built men the way I build IKEA furniture. This is how it works. He's building us like, okay, yeah, looking good. Hey, what are these two balls for? Oh, shit. They don't go there. Fuck it, put them in a bag and I'll duct tape them on the outside. Gosh, you can tell we don't have an intelligent designer because of what we masturbate to. Porn? Really? Is that the intelligently designed human being that masturbates to two, shaved retards fucking each other? No. If we were intelligently designed, we would masturbate to physics textbooks. Seriously, if we spent the amount of time like reading physics that we do masturbating, we would have a colony of Mars by now. It's fucking ridiculous. So, as you might be able to tell, I don't have a lot of relatable material. I'm not relatable, because my life isn't relatable. Every male comic you've ever seen on TV or something has some variant of this joke. This joke where it's like, hey guys, don't you hate it? when your girl makes you watch a chick flick with her? I mean, women.
General.
Exactly. Here's me doing that same bit with my experience with women. Hey guys, don't you hate it when your girl makes you drive her to the hospital at 3 a.m. because when she cut herself this week, she went just a little too deep? I mean, can't live with them. My life is sad and horrible, and I'm gonna kill myself someday. So, we have a lady in the room. Give it up for somebody who's willing to go for this jungle of dick jokes. But let me ask you, do you have male friends? You have guys?
Of course, that's all I have.
No, you don't. No, you have frustrated dudes that will follow you around. That's what it is. Because let me see if I can get this right.
Consider it a compliment. Yeah?
Well, they're all trying to fuck you, is what I'm trying to tell you. because here's the thing. Let me see if I get it right. Every time you talk to a girl, it's like, oh, that's my guy. That's Brian. He's like my big brother. Yeah, your big brother that would fuck the shit out of you. All right? And it's that guy who, like, compliments you on your new haircut, right? The thing is, lady, I would say ladies, but... Oh, wait, shit, we got two. Ladies, the plural really works with this joke. Ladies, when you have that guy that compliments you on your new haircut, understand that the only thing he's thinking about is grabbing a handful of that new haircut and just beating it up. Alright, you should fuck him. Ladies, fuck your guy friends. Alright? Fuck them, because there is nobody eats pussy like a guy fresh out of the friend zone. Alright? Seriously, guys, you ever eat pussy so hard you taste it in the back of your mouth? No, next thing you know, that guy who's really sweet, that really sweet guy that brings you soup when you're sick just because he's such a nice guy. Next thing you know, his nose is halfway up your ass. And you're riding his face like an epileptic on a rodeo pole. Just... You know, usually the end part of that joke, the last two times I've done it, there's been an 80-year-old woman in the audience. So usually I just say thanks for coming, but that gets the big laugh. To finish it up, where are my non-smokers? Make some noise. Non-smokers. You self-righteous, obnoxious fucks. I hate you so much. Here's the thing. I was having a cigarette the other day, just minding my own business. This gentleman walks by. And he's got his little 5-year-old daughter hand in hand, and then he stops in front of me. He's like, oh, is that a cigarette? You know, someday those things are going to kill you. Like he's happy about it! But I look at him like, listen, asshole, I love smoking. I love it. All right? You're trying to bum me out on something I love because of what it's going to do someday? What do you love? Maybe your daughter? Well, someday, she's going to be 18. Someday she's going to go off to college. Someday she's going to be face down in the pillow, just getting it. Right? And it's going to be her first weekend at college. Some douchebag wearing like cargo shorts and a backwards hat. Right? Didn't even shower that day, but it's good enough for your little girl. And she's just going to be like, and she's into it too. She's like, oh, pull my hair, Daddy. And you know what's really going to piss you off, sir? When she's done, she's going to smoke a cigarette. You're all welcome. My name's Bob Keane. Thank you very much.
Yeah!
I need a cigarette.
I think everybody. Okay.
Get this woman a goddamn beer.
Alright, so Kyle Perez isn't here yet, so if he comes, he will go later, but the next guy is here, so we're good. Couple things, actually just one thing.
Oh, thank you.
So Movember, celebrating the Movember, I don't know what that stands for, probably something like mustache or something. I'll wait for the noise. Doesn't matter. So there's 10 people watching this. I'd like to tell you guys, thank you for watching this. I'm glad your internet is working. I'm glad my internet's working so that I can send it to you. And that's it. And so it's November. That's not why I have this beard though, because actually my birthday is in November. It just happens to be in November. That's when I get the 4th.
Happy birthday!
The reason I have a beard is not because of November. I just get depressed around my birthday and stop shaving. That's all. I just usually get, yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Alright. Should I do one of these? No. Alright, no dancing. No dancing. Let me see this music still on. Cool. It's just going full time. Alright, I guess we're going to keep this moving. Just want to make sure that he's ready. Alright. I guess that's good. Alright, who's ready? Who's that? It's Ken. Who's ready for, James Conway?
Yeah, because nothing warms up a crowd like Beach House. Beach House! Gonna get them going, right? Oh my goodness. So this is interesting. This is new. I wasn't expecting this. I kind of thought, hey, you know, like I'll try this open mic thing. Let me give it a shot. I went to the first place. It was closed for renovation, so I did a quick Google search. Jumped in a cab, got here. The guy was actually kind of reticent to let me out. He's like, sure, you want to get out here? Some people standing in front of drinking PBR. How could it be? We'll be fine. No, it's good. So I appreciated that. And yeah. And you brought up the hostess news. My wife didn't even believe it when I told her I was driving into work and I heard it. And I told her that, and that seems to be the number one story of the day because there's nothing else going on. The Middle East is blowing up. And people, and you know, I'll listen to talk radio sometimes just to get like the enemy perspective, and it's always like, you know, the corporate versus the union. And on this one, I kind of have to side with the kind of, maybe not the anti-union, but at least the anti-corporatists, because how dumb do you have to fuck up letting Hostess go bankrupt just as weed is getting legalized? You know, like, I know that the C students in business school need to go somewhere, but, you know, I think there was a better play here than going out of business just as it's, yeah. Actually, speaking of my droning corporate job and baked goods, something funny happened today. I was so again, I work for an office job. It's the bane of my existence, but it pays the bills, so it can't get that better. And I park outside and I walk in, and every morning it's the same thing: park in the parking lot, walk to the door. And this morning, I've been on this job for 18 months. I'm walking in, and there's just this powerful smell of cookies. Like powerful the way that you think that there's like a cookie factory that, like the first time you smelled the Blommer's chocolate factory when you were downtown, you're like, where is this coming from? It was like that. And it really kind of freaked me out because, you know, I'm not young, I don't think I'm old yet, but I'm at that phase of where like I'll start to smell cookies and I'll think, oh, well, maybe I'm having an aneurysm. Maybe this is like the 6 Feet Under episode of where he smells bananas and it's you know. So when I'm walking in and someone else is, you know, making the same kind of like just shuffling, you know, like walking in their job motions, and I go up to it. I'm just like, hey, do you smell cookies? Yeah, I got Alexis. No, it's more like blueberry muffins. I'm debating traumatic brain injury, not exactly what the baked good particulars coming out here, you know. And I don't know. And then maybe I don't know. There's kind of an age mix. I feel like I'm in that phase of where I certainly know I'm not young, but I don't really feel old. Like I know, like according to the actuarial tables, I'm old or something. You know, when they talk about midlife crisis, I'm like, well, aren't you young for a midlife crisis? And then I like double measure, I'm like, yeah, that's about right. Like, yeah, maybe we'll see. Beat genetics. But I think part of that is I have a kid. I just had a baby. I have a toddler which is great. Love. He's awesome. He's what, you know, like a kind daycare worker will call spirited. You know, and for me, it just makes me kind of like sympathize with child abusers. I don't condone it, but I get it. You know. Seriously, like there's times where I'm like, oh God. No, I'm not gonna do it. But like I hear about that, and I'm like, you know, like he's a monster, and I'll watch him go to jail, and I'm like, you deserve what you're getting. But right there, you know, I get it. but I also have like a baby, and you know, I like kids. Some people talk about kids that like, you know, and I was there too. You know, like 10 years ago when it was the idea of like having a baby, it was like, oh no, there's this alien. You know, I don't want anything to do with that. You know, look at that thing. That's not right. But you know, then you have one, and it's weird because there's this like biological connection of where you really, it's this weird externalization of yourself, but it is you. You know, there's this real connection, and you just want to like pick them up and grab them, and oh, you're so wonderful, and suddenly you sympathize with hamsters, you know, and you're like, oh, I could just eat you. But that's not right either. Stuff my nuts for the winter, or stuff if I'm lucky. But there is that powerful connection, you know, that you get. And I don't know, like I like to listen to podcasts on my drive to and from work, and I always tend to listen to the science-minded ones, like the Radio Labs, or the ones that are like, oh, isn't this interesting? And everything has this perspective of, you know, the idea of evolutionary psychology fascinates me. This idea that, you know, our behavior can be coded within us so that it becomes a trait that's subject to the forces of natural selection and evolution, and how what we do has this purpose, this understanding. You know, like, and that's love. You know, it's like when you see pregnant women do the nesting instinct. It's a real thing because that's biological. You know, they really do it. And then, you know, I always wonder whether or not whether or not that same mechanism can be, whether you can use that same lens to view other animal behavior. You know, like you can be walking along and you'll see, you know, two cats fucking in an alleyway, and you're like, oh, she clearly hits her father. You see a dog eating shit, and you're like, he's body issues. Anyways, all right, thank you all, man. James Conner.
Yeah! Yeah! Give it up! Make some fucking noise, y'all! You ain't fucking, you don't have that kind of budget. You can't break this shit in. This ain't fucking, you know what I'm saying? This is some low budget shit right here. Fucking give it up. Ooh, we gotta, look at us. We are fucking fancy and shit, living in the 21st century and shit. Let me grab one of these beers real quick. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Pat's Blue Ribbon, when you just want to get drunk. It's a bad beer. I wonder if they're like curious, like what the fuck's going on. Like they gotta be like having like a second renaissance or something. They gotta be like I'm sure at some point in time they're like, man, these motherfuckers are stupid. They just keep buying our beer. Like fucking 100 years of just selling piss beer, and they eat it up. I think my man earlier was talking about religion, talking about he was Christian, being a Catholic and shit like that, and then it's awesome. I'm a Catholic. Any Catholics? Fuck you too. That's why we're only going to heaven. Me and my Catholic buddies, we're going to be kicking it with Jesus, drinking PBR, having open mic nights in the basement. I bet you Jesus would be an awesome host, though. I bet you Jesus would be the shit. Like, he'd float up on stage. He wouldn't even need a mic and shit. He would just talk, and his voice would come out of the sky. Be awesome. Guys in the back working the fucking engineering room and shit. Yeah, there's some serious shit going on in the world right now. Like fucking, I heard about Israel. Like they're like trying to blow up some people or trying to avoid being blown up, and it makes me think. Like I was thinking about it, and I'm like, any Jews here first? I don't want to offend anybody. Yeah, kind of Jew.
Half Jewish.
Half Jewish. Okay, that's not enough. Baptized. Oh, that's fine. You're Catholic then. It doesn't count. Once you get to baptized, you're done. You're out of the crew. They don't let you. We get circumcised too, man. Like.
Everybody gets circumcised in America. Come on.
Yeah, we live in a fucking proper country with no foreskins and shit. Don't fuck around with that shit. We used to make fun of the kid with foreskins in the locker room and shit. Like, that kid got a lot of shit. But like, it made me think. Like, I love the Jews because they got the right idea about shit. But something happened. Something happened. I don't know if it was like prehistoric times or like something happened where at some point in time some Jewish dude did something that just pissed someone off and it like carried through time. Like it never ended. Like it never like nobody picks on anyone else like they pick on the Jews. Like they're not bad. They're really actually better than everyone else. But something happened, like he scuffed some dude's puma, or fucking, you know what I mean, like banged the wrong chick, and dude's dad got mad, chick's bitch got mad, and was like, fucking Jewish dude, and it just like carried on through history forever and ever. It's wacky that's where we focus on and shit. Like, what if we find out, God forbid, because I'm not an anti-Semite, and I don't try to be, but like, what happened, like, if all the Jews were gone and we realized, like, all of a sudden things were better, like, would that change our thoughts on, like, what Hitler was trying to do? Like, in the future, like, we would be like, oh, shit, you know what? Fucking, turns out Hitler had the right idea. Like, fuck, that's fucked up. That's a bad joke. That's a terrible joke, but I promise I'll work on that.
I don't like that.
We'll get it funny. We will get it funny one day.
My grandfather's a Holocaust survivor.
See, everyone else got to bring that up, man. My folks were slaves. What's up? What's up? We was killing the fields and shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. We got to bring up the next motherfucker on the stage today. I'm sorry, I swear a lot. When I hear myself on mic, I realize I swear a terrific amount. I have a terrifically bad mouth, and I'm sorry for the people at home with my mom and my grandma are trying to watch me and shit. I'm so sorry. I have a filthy mouth. But where are we at? Number 8? Where are we at? Somebody throw me a hand signal. B? Oh shit, B. All right, so I'd like to go ahead and make some noise for the next comic that's coming up on stage. He's going to come down here, he's going to do some shit, and hopefully we'll laugh at it. Everybody fucking make some noise and shit. I said it already. Make some fucking noise and shit. I want to bring up Bailey. Yeah.
Oh yeah! Hey guys, John. Good. Yeah, not anti-Semitism here. Nope. No.
Yes.
No. Thank you. But what if they were gone and it was better though? I am a chosen man. I had a bar mitzvah. I know. Last name Lee, you don't expect it. Maybe Asian. We're very similar. Asians and Jews are both, frugal, good at the fiddle. Trying to take over the world. Asians are doing a bit better job, I think.
China.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. They are beating us.
Good for them.
I know, good for them. Definitely. Yeah, Jewish, blah blah. There's so many Jews in comedy. I was actually the only Jew in my elementary school and my middle school, which made it a lot easier. Like, I was in Colorado, right? That made it a lot easier, actually, on me. You wouldn't expect it. It made it easier because I could make up holidays and nobody would catch me on it. Hakbacha? You've never heard of Hakbacha? I've got, it's 2:48. That means at 2:40 the sun is at 45. I gotta go. Right now. I'm gonna do some silliness now. This is some practical silliness. You'll see why. This is an impression. You guys know about stripper cops? They hire them. I don't know. You probably wouldn't know about this, but
How would you know?
The internet is a terrible place. But stripper cops. You've all heard of it. And I think what's sexier than a cop is a criminal. They should definitely have stripper criminals. handcuffs. I'm gonna take off all my clothes. That's how I got my coat off, everybody. There you go. Way too hot. Oh, man. This is an impression of what zombies do when nobody else is there. This is what zombies do. Nobody else. Thank you. That impression was also called Cookie Monster Eats a Cell Phone.
I need like some like notes.
Debut a little song.
I think I might go out if I get some like notes.
You get that?
Yeah.
We're gonna go with that.
Write some down.
Wow!
I need some paper.
I need some paper though. Wow!
Sorry.
It's like we're linked. Oh my god. You're in my mind, dude. Have some paper though. Seriously. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, this is a song I'm trying out here.
If I had a soul, if I had a soul, if I had a soul, I would love you.
Alright, based on that reaction, I'm not gonna give based on the reaction that you give to this one, it doesn't matter. It's going to keep going. I've been thinking about milk because it was really forced onto me as a kid. I'm lactose intolerant, so a lot of people are. Some people don't even know it, and yet still we have all these milk commercials, dairy commercials, brought to us by the dairy farms that control our society. And I just think that we should have some opposition to that in the commercial I'm working on. It's just mostly sound-based. Very simple marketing technique. Here we go. Milk, 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 it comes out of cow's boobs. Alright, that's all I got to do tonight. Okay.
Okay, 9 people watching.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh, somebody logged off.
You remember my friend.
Plus the 14 here, man. We're fucking killing.
Yeah, this is a pretty good room. Thanks for coming, Andrea. I'm going to put Mike Shannon on the list because he did mention that he wanted to do a set.
Yeah.
He said something about needing pen and paper, but come on, seriously?
We're not that kind of establishment. This is like,
Yeah,
Anyway.
I know flop in this house.
I'm guessing this is mine, so it's unopened.
that's
or-
mine. It's Robert's.
Oh, okay. I lost mine then. If he loses,
Don't throw
it
beer.
doesn't even matter whose it is. I left mine somewhere. Who cares where my beer is? This is not the point of the show. Point of the show is, I was gonna say something about like some like thing that the last guy said, but who remembers? Never mind, I do. I remember a set actually. I just don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, singing bits. He did a singing bit. Those things are hard to. Like I did a bit, not a bit. It's not a bit to just go up there and sing anything, unless there's something funny about it. I just went up and sometimes I just like to start open with just sing like jingles, like American Family Insurance, the betting experts. You guys both know these jingles. American Family Insurance. You gotta bend that last bit there. And the next one is the betting experts. Which country? I love that one. Everyone knows these. Is there another one? What's another one? That's all. Luna. 580 300 Luna. I fucked that up. Crazy, I fucking remembered that fucking phone number? That is fucked up. Did I seriously remember that phone number? I don't even know my own phone number.
That was Empire, by the way.
Oh.
Luna was 773-202.
Okay, I don't remember anything. I'm sure it was wrong.
I apologize.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I'm not going to linger anymore. I'm going to bring up this next guy because I'm excited to see his stuff. And his name is Constantine Studley.
What's going on, everybody? Is there any drivers in the house? Does anyone drive a car? I know this is Chicago. We have great transportation, but I drive a car. I'm a car driver. I can't help it because I drive deliveries. And I have to get to other jobs and stuff. There's no way around it. Today I sat in traffic for 2 hours. 2 hours of my life was taken away in traffic. It was literally like one of those cliche scenes where you see things that aren't cars going faster than you. Like people on foot and animals and anything. Anything that's not a car, just going way faster. I was standing at the DMV like 6 years ago in a 2-hour line thinking like, man, once I get out of this line, I'm just going to get on the highway and drive. Nope. Shit sucks. I can't wait to stop driving. It's horrible. And they have these like signs above the highway that say how many people died this year. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
Yep. What the fuck is that? It's depressing. And I noticed it go up like every day. It's like, it was 3 less yesterday. Shit. But I never really see too many of the accidents. I just see the number go up and I'm like, oh god. Oh god. It's scary. So I think they should put like other things up on the highway sign, like nicer things, like just, fun facts, like other facts, like how many people died, or like, like a platypus lays eggs. Have a nice day. Keep driving. Things that'll cheer you up.
Oh, shit.
Traffic births. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that happened. If they do, I'd like to know while I'm driving. It's like, oh, you know what happened on the highway today? Someone was born. It's just fucking dangerous. Like, we can't text and drive. We all text so much now. How the hell do you not text and drive? Like, it's so like you're driving, you hear your phone go off, you're like, it's like, oh man, should I do it? Should I do it? It's dangerous. But I want to know. Oh man, that's what he said. I gotta say something back right now. Can't wait. I'm gonna forget about this when I park my car. There's no punchline. That's just life. That's just what I feel when that happens. But yeah, phones are like kind of like a big distraction nowadays. Ever see people just like staring at their phone and just walking into traffic in the street? I see it all the time. It happens. What can you do? Or you're walking and you got to do something on your phone. Shit. Too bad. So I thought they should, and apparently they already did make this. It's an app that helps you see where you're going. This is real. Again, this is not a joke. This is real life. I couldn't make up something that funny. It's real. I don't really know how it works. I think it's just like the camera function. You just kind of stare at it as you walk down the street. I assume. What else could it be? But yeah, you know, we live a lot of our lives on our phone nowadays. I like getting texts from girls. I get excited, get really excited. Last summer I met up with this girl who was she was quite a pervert, just sweet. I like that. I like that. And she sent me like a really long sext, like 5 pages. Like, holy shit. I usually respond with something like, sounds good. Yeah. Cool. Yep. No, this girl was fun. She'd do this thing where she'd talk a lot in bed when we were doing it.
Yep.
She'd be like, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. Like, that's what I'm doing. I thought this is how they did it. What are you saying? I don't need to hear that. Fuck me. Hey, stop me. Let's see. I work with kids. I teach little kids. And the mother of like the worst kid in class came up to me today. She's like, I want to know how my son's doing. Of course, the worst kid in class. So I have a hard time telling her the truth, which is, hey, your kid sucks. He doesn't learn anything. He's a constant distraction. He goofs off. I can't say that, so I just try and tell her the truth. You know, be nice about it. I'll say like, oh, he's hilarious. And that's it. And, you know, that's usually good enough for her. All right. Thank you guys. It's been a lot of fun.
Get out and make some noise! Give it up. Make some fucking noise for Constantine. And I'm gonna turn up my mic because I'm not loud enough already naturally in the history of the world. Am I loud? I'm loud. I won't even turn it up. I won't even turn. It's one of the blessings of being black is that you're really loud. People can really fucking hear you.
What?
Right? You're black? You're black? Nah. Here's how black I am. I got the vitiligo, right? Not only did black people ask for their card back, they took the black off of me. Like, like fuck that. That guy, oh no. Oh shit. But, you know, I don't like to make race jokes because, you know what I mean, everybody's on their own shit. You know, everybody's on their own shit. You know, white folk, black folk, Mexicans and shit. Fucking, you know, Chinese. Real Africans. See, that's what we need to start doing. We need to start differentiating. Because, like, I met some Africans, and then they don't like black people. They think we're like a joke and shit. We're like the joke of Africans. Like, they don't fucking, they have nothing to do with us. They're just like, man, that motherfucker, he ain't come from my continent. Fuck him. That motherfucker, hell no, look at him. I consider all the motherfuckers who got took as slaveries as the lucky ones. Like they were like, I mean, look where we are now. I mean, we got running water everywhere. I got internet and Wi-Fi. I'm streaming shit over the internet. I don't see one motherfucker from Africa streaming shit out of their basement. Not a goddamn thing. Motherfucker, don't talk shit to me. Talk about I ain't never had hard times and shit, motherfucker. Fuck you. Oh, I fucking love it here. I love getting up here and doing this, especially because we're doing it in my house. It's like I like the home field advantage and shit, right? Like, you know, the referees give me a couple extra yards on the play and shit every time, right? I don't have to really fucking work for it or nothing and shit. Fucking, man, I swear to God, this is awesome. I want to once again take the time to thank you for coming out to our open mic night. Make some noise for yourself. The motherfucking comments came through tonight. We're barely halfway through this shit tonight, and I feel like we had so many laughs. Just so many goddamn laughs. So, that brings me to the next motherfucker that's gonna come up here and try to deliver us some laughter and some happiness in our lives and shit right now. But once again, I gotta double check and make sure they're here. Mr. Shapiro, you're somewhere. That's the man right there. All right, go ahead and make some noise. It's time. That's the man. Make some real fucking noise. Bring Mr. Michael Shapiro up on stage.
No, don't do that.
Stop that shit, right?
Yeah, slavery, right? USA! We did it! And we did it best. I want to get serious with you guys for a minute. Sometimes, I can't even pretend like I'm serious here. In a fucking Buffalo Bills basement and rubs the lotion on it. That's gross. How many, like, sketchy, like, high school parties have you had here? How much of your shit has been stolen? How many, like, black dudes just like, oh, you know, great party, and just walk out with your VCRs? So you still watch Three Stooges tapes, I guess. Sorry. Hey, so, seriously, though, sometimes at night, you know, I have a hard time sleeping sometimes at night, and I'll stare out the window. I'll stare out at the planets as they're twirling through the sky, and I'll hear the music of the spheres playing as the planets dance through my head, and I'll see the stars screaming through the sky at hundreds of thousands of millions of miles per hour, and signifying life and sound and fury, full of nothing and yet everything. And as all this goes on and dusk rises, and for a brief moment the waxing moon shares the sky, the dark blue sky, with the newly rising sun, I ask myself, does Kim Kardashian like getting fucked? She like that in the pie? She like that meat pie? She like getting fucked? The stupidest joke of all time. I spent so much time on that shit. Hey guys, you like Lumalnatis? Yeah? Oh, Ray Hollip is so depressed with me, so I can't believe I talked to this guy. Don't worry about it, Ray. You just get back to doing whatever. A friend of mine, he said he'd come out tonight, and he's like, I gotta wake up at 7 to make it to Lumalnatis at 8. That's when we open. Because so many people are rushing out to Lumalnatis to, like, get that pizza, like, at 7:15, time for pizza. I am sure that's what pizza's the medicine that and cowbell. I just imagine Artie Lang is just, you know Artie Lang. Yeah, right? Who doesn't? I just imagine Artie Lang just, God damn it, it's 7:45, where's my pizza? And they finally let him in. It's like, are you sharing the table with Louis Anderson? It's like, not again. He eats all the pizza. And it's like, well, we have this special gram of heroin just for you. Never learn that fat ass. Hey, but I like to think I'm a particularly heavy fella. Not as heavy as Artie, but not as heavy as that weirdo. Hey, Evan Hendricks is a friend of mine. I told him I'd be on TV. Hi. I didn't touch my mouth. Don't worry about it. Don't be weird. Especially you, Evan. So I did I watched that show, Man vs. Food. I actually really liked it. On one time, Evan Hendricks asked me if I wanted to go to the Blues Fest. I was like, yeah, dude, I'll be right there. And then I turned on my TV and I was like, fuck that guy. Like, there's a 4-hour marathon of Man vs. Like, it's like, fuck that. Because every episode, it's a half hour. The first half of the show is just him and like, hey, look at me. I'm in like Duluth, North Dakota. And there's a stupid diner I'm going to, and they're like, well, we deep fry pancakes and fill them with cheese. He's like, oh, that's awesome. Isn't that awesome, gang? I'm like, yeah, sure, I guess. Like, if I was hammered blackout. And he's like, oh, cool, well, and so am I. But then he goes to like a second restaurant, and the manager of that restaurant, that's when the show turns into this angry, like, sweaty, nasty gauntlet of like, what's up, fat ass? Bet you can't eat all these crab cakes.
fuck you, bet I can. And they pull out this huge, like, table. And, like, and this audience from nowhere, paid for by the Discovery Channel, is just like, eat it. And they pull out the crab cakes, like, let's see you eat all these crab cakes, fat boy. It's like, fuck you, I'm gonna eat all these crab cakes and go pound your mom. It's like, yeah, we'll see about that shit. And he's just eating it again, and they're cheering it on like it's a fucking boxing match. And the last two, he always finishes, because god darn it, that's his only job. and when the last 2 minutes every episode is just violent, like angry cheering, and him like, you sons of bitches. I'm gonna blow your mouth. And then he takes questions. He's like, yes, you and the face and the boobs. What's your name? She's like, it's Christy. Aren't you the least bit concerned for your family and your health? Because you eat like thousands of calories and carbohydrates and like, I'm not even gonna live like trans fats. Aren't you the least bit worried? I didn't understand like half the words you just said. Next question. Don't ever talk to. Don't ever ask me that shit again. And I know he has like there's his mansion paid for again by who else? The Discovery Channel. There's one room that's just filled with like, I didn't die at TGI McShitties. Like all these t-shirts. They're like, yeah, I did it. Like I inhaled all these oysters. But like it's called Man vs. Food because he keeps winning, you know, these contests. But I have a sneaking suspicion, friends. I have a sneaking suspicion the food's gonna win in the end. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, it comes back around. Now you get it. And he's just gonna be eating all these like bacon poppers or whatever. He's just like, no. Oh, and he grabs his son like, tell my wife we're totally broke. They paid me in margarine, and just dies right there. I'm sure he's a perfectly nice. How much time I got?
1 minute.
What's the deal with farts? I got it.
Great. Non-viewer skill. All right. Very good.
Thank you.
Comedy.
Oh, hi, Chase Clemens. It's another friendly.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
So did you seriously just buy more PBR?
I did.
I feel like such an asshole because it's free tonight. Like you could have as many of mine as you want. You didn't have to buy any more. Yes. Yes. We're not even at the. Okay, we're like almost through that one. There's another one upstairs. So.
Now we have 5 more.
And you got the tall ones. Those things are hard to kill.
I have height issues.
Height issues. So Robert's not here, but he's. Alright, really fast, I'm going to put, if it lets me, yeah, I got to refresh it. I'm going to put Michael on the list because, you know, there's no way you're not going up there. I'm sorry.
Okay, you're forcing me to.
It was that easy.
Oh, man. I don't want a tall boy.
Does it really matter if I spell your name right? It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But not next, soon. In like, a while. Alright. No. No people get bumped. Nobody gets bumped here.
You gotta do the,
Unless you don't want to be filmed. If someone doesn't want to be filmed, we will be starting the non-filmed segment in like after the next comics. Unless who doesn't want to be filmed besides who else? Anyone?
Will you go
I can cut you out. Who else?
Go sooner?
No, I'm just kidding.
Will you
You're
go
awesome.
sooner if you don't want to be filmed?
That was an option.
I'm not.
I can tell you're making tons of money.
Yeah, I'm making. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Okay.
Money for the side.
Right, no worries, Boo. I'll be not filmed.
Okay, and your name? I forgot your name.
I'm on there as Dr. P.
That's right. Oh, so you are a real person. Nice. I thought this was like a troll. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so we'll start that segment after the people who do want to be filmed, which will be probably like 20 minutes, something like that. But for the people who are still on the camera, thank you for watching. Seriously, I just don't buy it. There's people really watching this. Seriously.
Woo! Yeah!
I don't trust what it says. It says 9 people watching. So Robert Essex is not only is Well, that's the stereotype. Yeah, who knows?
We're full of white guys, you know.
But he's not only is he named after Bob Marley, he also has vertiglio. Are you kidding me? So not he's also just like Michael Jackson too. Are you kidding me? What are the odds?
I thought he was vitiligo.
I only can hear one people at a time. You first. What'd you say?
I thought he was just ashy.
Well, that's okay. I was getting what'd you say?
Vertiglio sounds like an Italian name.
Yeah, I don't think I pronounced that right.
Isn't he on This American Life?
I don't listen to that podcast, so I can't. I don't get the joke. Sorry. I listened to like one. So yeah, Mike is on there. I know that. I like Mike the Beast. All right. All right. We still got plenty of people who are going to be on the film portion. Sean's going to make sure that he is cool with going up next. Let me give my contact. Nobody saw who I was motioning to, so this is awesome. And I'm very excited for this next comedian. Just gonna wait for the door to close. Right, that's right. Time to start the real party.
Yeah!
Yay.
Cigarettes? Yeah. Did I really ask cigarettes as if there's another thing that would be better? Like, as if, because there is, but...
Can I smoke meth in here?
Yes, that is fine. That's not gonna stink up the room.
Well, because I've been doing that.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Does meth stink up rooms? I don't know. So the next comedian I'm very excited for, he just went for Doug Stanhope. Jesus Christ. Very excited to see him, and his name is Ray Hollow.
Yeah, either one.
Take it.
Give it a
Hey everybody, how are you?
Put your foot down. There you go.
Yeah, I got it. All right. Yes. I opened for Jesus. What happened?
More like Doug Stanhope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
don't
don't
exist.
Yeah. Well, how you folks doing? How you doing out in the world there? So I had this house party. I had a house party. There were a bunch of people over. We were just kind of hanging out in the living room. A lot like this, but a living room. And there was this one black girl, and she was there, and she was missing an arm. She had one arm and one wooden arm that had a hook on it, and we were sitting there just chilling out, just relaxing, having a nice time, and all of a sudden she said, "Hey, there are no other black people here. I feel totally out of place." I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute! Like no one is thinking about race here, you know? We're all thinking about your wooden arm." So, dude, Jesus. I need to bring up the race card. All right. When I first saw the poster for the movie that spawned many sequels based on the books by Stephanie Meyer, The Twilight. Oh, I fucked it. The teenage vampire movies that we all know. I looked at the poster and I said, "What is Twilligate?" My friend was like, "Oh, that's pronounced Twilight." I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, it looks like Twilight when you look at it." That's true. That's true. So that's the end of that joke. So a bird flew into the CTA station, you know? And I was like, I said to the CTA lady, I was like, "Hey, like a bird just flew in the CTA station." She was like, "Yeah, that happens sometimes." Like, so a bird flies in for free and I have to pay $2.25? What's the deal with this? And then the next day I showed up in a bird suit, and I still had to pay $2.25, and I spent my day in a bird suit. And the worst part of it was the bird suit had this blue dong on it. It had a penis on the bird suit, and when I bought the bird suit, from the guy who sells bird suits. I was like, hey, what's with this dong on the bird? And he was like, well, yeah, all birds have dongs like that. I was like, I don't agree with that. And then he showed me a book full of birds, like a bird book with all these pictures of birds where he drew blue dongs on all the birds. And I pointed out that they were circumcised. He's like, yeah, birds are Jewish. Yeah. So anybody see that movie Grizzly Man? Yeah. Yeah, it's a movie about this guy who studies grizzly bears, and he films them, and he studies their habitats, and he gets closer and closer filming them until he's finally mauled and killed by a bear, or multiple bears, I don't know. But he was killed by the bears, and they had the audio there, but the director wouldn't show it. I heard the audio of the death of the grizzly man, and let me tell you, it was grisly. Anyway, okay. So here's my interpretation of the death of the grizzly man. Oh shit! Oh no! Oh fuck! Oh, that bear's getting me. Oh, there goes my arm. Oh shit! Wait. This camera had a zoom function? I didn't have to... Oh, God. Oh, I didn't have to get this close. Oh, there goes my face. Not good. Not good. This is not a good experience. I should have been the goldfish man. I should have been the goldfish man. And I am dead. That's verbatim. That is verbatim. Thank you. Louder. Who's the end? All right. Who's the end like that? Who yapped like that? That was a good yap. Was it sincere? Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna hire you to come to all my shows. I don't have any shows. What am I talking about? So I'm on the Gandhi diet. Oh, no. So yeah, I'm on the Gandhi diet. So in 6 months I'll look like a tiny bald Hindu with a robe. Yeah, my friend was on the Frederick Douglass diet. Now he's a black man who makes speeches a lot. Oh, speaking of, oh God, I got a phone call the other day, and I'm reminiscing, so I smiled in my head. I got a phone call the other day, and I picked up the phone, and the voice on the other line said, "You will die in 7 days." I was like, wait, are you talking about business days or like regular days? What are we talking about here? But he had hung up, so I star 69'd him, and I was like, hey, this is Ray. He's like, oh yeah, hey Ray. I was like, hey, so I'm going to die in 7 days? He's like, yeah. I'm like, how am I going to do that? How's that going to happen? He's like, well, a Japanese girl's going to crawl out of your television set, and it's going to brutally kill you. And I was like, well, I don't have a TV set. And he was like, oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that's not good. Do you have an iPad? I was like, yeah, but I don't have Wi-Fi. He was like, oh, God. Oh, no. What do you have? I was like, I got a PowerBook G4. He's like, does it have an Intel processor? I was like, no, it doesn't. He's like, well, you're not compatible to die. Not compatible. I was like, well, do you want to hang out sometime? He was like, no, I got phone calls to make. All right, you guys have been great. Thank you very much.
Noise. People at home, make some fucking noise. Leave a goddamn comment or something. I don't know.
shit. That shit was fucking great. Oh, fuck, man. I am fucking thrilled. That is fucking thrilled. I am fucking thrilled. Yeah, okay, cool. Sorry, we were taking care of fucking producer shit, like business and shit. Fucking, you know, I think that people who, like, you ever go into a public toilet? Shit, and there's a bunch of shit already there.
Oh.
And the only thing worse than this random other people's poo is fucking the fact that you never find toilet people with, or like toilet paper with the errant poo. Like it's just the poo. Like some dude just unleashed the beast and shit, just shit all over the place, and just walked away. Didn't wipe his ass, nothing, just left.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think those people should be flogged. Like, there should be some kind of way to track it back. Like, if you go into a public bathroom, you can call 311 or something and report that shit. Like, I found some poo, and the poo squad comes, and they test the poo, and they find out whose poo it was, and that person gets, like, publicly punished or something. Like, some kind of, like, public flogging or something. This is fucked up. Why would they leave poo in the toilet? No wiping. And it's not even just for the leaving the poo in the toilet, but the fact that you didn't wipe. Like, the fact that you didn't even try to, like, clean up back there. Your ass just cake full of doo-doo. It's horrible.
It's good for you.
You gotta keep a good layer going to keep the fucking... It's like a buffer between... Yeah, exactly. You just gotta leave a little in there. You don't want to wash it every day.
Yeah, you don't want that shit to dry out.
Well, good lubricant and shit. It really keeps the fucking shit flowing.
It's like building a callus. You know?
Exactly. You want to make sure you got a good layer of poo going in your ass before you
fucking...
fucking...
every 2 weeks.
Oh shit, I love it, I love it, I love it at home. I hope the people at home are fucking loving this shit. I'm coming all close to everybody in the fucking crowd because I want to get the attention of the people who are hanging out at home. Fucking, yeah, you guys are doing nothing on a Friday night except for watching a basement comedy show. Which really doesn't make me feel better because I'm actually here. Like, I'm physically here not doing anything. So, let's bring up the next comedian. Let's get the next guy going and shit. Fucking make some noise. Make it loud. I want to hear who's out there. I want to wake this guy up. I want to get some shit going and shit. I want the motherfucking police to come. I want to try to shut us the fuck down. So, coming up on the mic tonight, right now, is my man Ian Lazarus. Don't tell me he's not here, because that would be twice. That would be twice. Is Ian peeing?
He was here.
He was here?
Hey, I'm Ian now.
You're Ian now? You want to be Ian tonight? God damn it, that's twice that this shit's gone down. I'm going to go ahead.
Yeah, whatever, I'll find him.
I'm just going, we're going to find him? That's cool, I can talk somewhere. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, right? We kind of, it was like a premature erection and shit. Like, we weren't quite going to get laid yet, and she threw the curveball and was like, let's watch this movie first and shit. And you're like, ah, damn, I was ready. I'm about ready to go and shit.
Yeah,
now you want to throw some other shit in here. Right? I gotta sit through the labyrinth? That's terrible. Shit, it's at least 45 minutes before I can make a move at some pussy. Like, at least 40 minutes before I can make that fucking
It's the
pussy
bog
move.
of eternal what?
There is not a worse movie to watch for trying to get pussy than The Labyrinth.
Yeah, I know where it is.
Oh yeah, you ain't getting no pussy if you're watching Schindler's List. It ain't gonna happen. Unless she's like a Nazi. That's a different story. That's a different. I think I made enough Jew jokes today. Right? I think I made enough Jew jokes today. I don't want to fucking...
More Jew jokes.
Where's Miko's at? Where's my man Miko's at?
He's here.
He's here? Alright, check it out. Now let's try it. Make some fucking noise. Fucking get rowdy. Look at that, Miko.
Everybody just take it easy. Your shirt has text on it.
Very good.
How you guys doing? How you doing out there on the internet?
On the Webernet.
Let's hear it from the shut-ins and the people with severe depression.
Yeah, buddy.
Trying it out on the internet. So I was watching the news today, and there was a crawl at the bottom. You know, they have all the stories they're not covering at the moment. They have the crawl.
Fox News.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have so much shit moving on Fox News, by the way. Have you ever noticed that? There's at any one time there's like 15 things moving.
I don't want anything for myself. That's why I watch Fox News.
I think it's just to like hypnotize people.
Yeah, it is.
They just have too much stuff moving, and they're just like whatever they tell you, it just like sinks in. But they had on the crawl a story about a paraplegic or a quadriplegic rapist was getting released from prison. And I don't know what to do with that information. Because are we talking about a quadriplegic rapist or a quadriplegic rapist? This is either like the most depraved, horrible story I've ever heard, or something incredibly inspiring. One clap.
For you, buddy.
I don't know how that works, because either there's a guy out there who's raping people and is like specializing in people who can't defend themselves, which I don't think that's even rape then. You have to resist for it to be rape, right? Or the other is true, which is, like I said, inspiring, where there's a guy who can't move his limbs, and he's going out raping people. Like, he's got to have the strongest neck muscles and fight strength in the world to be overpowering people, and then using stuff that doesn't work on them. Two. Hopefully we can wake this guy up. That would be nice.
Oh, shit. Wake up, Ray. Wade.
Wade.
He is like the next comedian, so...
You know him?
Yeah, we know Wade.
I thought this guy was just like...
Alright, whatever. He came with the house.
So that was a new thing I'm working on, is the quadriplegic rapist thing. So I want to do some old stuff for the people watching at home. Try and keep it fresh. You guys looking forward to this royal wedding tomorrow? It's gonna be fun. Yeah. They're spending too much time on that on the news. You know, there's other things they should be talking about, like the hunt for Bin Laden. I got called a sexist recently at work. Has anyone ever been called a sexist?
No, who cares?
Today?
Not that recently, but I was called a sexist. And I was...
It's like women can like be sexist.
Settle down, I got the mic. You'll get your chance.
No?
I said to her, thank you, you know, but I'm pretty sure it's pronounced sexiest. And while I really don't want to correct you because I'm flattered, you know, I feel like I should let you know that if you're going to call me sexiest, you have to use the definite article B. You can't use the indefinite article A. Because you're talking about something that there's only one of. There's like the pinnacle, so there's only one sexiest. So it's really not important. I shouldn't expect you to notice anyway because you're a woman. Right, fellas? No one get laid tonight! Especially not the shut-ins watching at home. That's the quiet tool. He just waits. Showing up later when you guys are all gone. He's just like, oh, this is it. But so, back to my made-up story. I corrected her on her grammar, and she was like, no, jackass, I mean you're a chauvinist. And I was like, hang on there, sweet tits. I'm not making up words, all right? Trying to keep it professional. Right? So go get Batty some coffee, and we'll discuss this over some intercourse. Were you here before?
No.
Okay, because I was there. That would be weird.
I've been
You were
here
sitting
the whole time, man. Where have you been?
What else do I have? How much time do I have anyway?
1 minute.
1 minute. All right. Well, I was driving to work the other day, and this commercial came on the radio, and it had this like pumping music. Like that's what you need at 6 in the morning. Yeah, it's good to be alive and going to work. Dance party time. So the voice comes on and he's like, hey, are you ready to be your own boss? I was like, no, I'm not. I've seen my work ethic. I'm not ready to be this guy's manager. I don't want to be getting in fights every morning with myself in the mirror like, you want to tell me why you're late again today? And be like, I was giving you a hand job in the shower. I don't know how you forget a thing like that. I mean, it just happened. And we're the same guy. And you were looking at me in the mirror the whole time, which is really bizarre. But I got to get to work now, so let's we'll talk about this over some minutes first. That's it. Who's next? Thank you for listening. Shut in.
What the hell?
Well, we got a special treat for you guys next. This never happened before, ever at any open mic that I've ever been to, where we actually have to wake up the next comedian. That's okay. He looks like he's recharged. I'm about to put him on, and it's going to be good. We're about to end the internet segment of the show. We got a couple more. And the internet show is really like the real show. The last part is just an open mic. So, but it's still an open mic. It's still a show. We're gonna watch it. It's just not archived. Is no problem. So, ooh, he is ready to get up. He's got a shit ton of notes. Holy shit! And his name is Wade Herter.
Alright, thank you. I'm glad to be here in the dungeon out here. It's the trick is, will I stay alive or not? And round one after that joke is, no, Wade, you didn't on that one. Good going. Good way to start off. Alright. Okay. Oh, and don't mind me pacing, because usually when I get up here pacing, it's the more and more I notice that I really got to go to the bathroom, and not because I have a nerve problem or, you know, just completely bonkers out of my mind. I could be bonkers out of my mind, but it hasn't been proven yet, but I don't know. Anyway, back to the material that I want to do. Basically, this is kind of an old bit for people that know me, for people that don't know me. You know, I was homeless for about 5 months until recently, and now I've got a home and 2 jobs now. Thanks. And but when I was homeless, there was always these religious people out there. Religious people always wanted to wake me up. You know, they always want to like save your soul. You know, save what soul? Look at me. Would you want to? If you saw me sleeping on the damn sidewalk, would you want me to be saved? You would probably want to just get off there, you stupid little wino. Get off the whole sidewalk, or, you know, stick it down in a sewer somewhere where you can't climb out, like Swamp Thing or something. I don't know. But people, it was always 2 in the morning. 2 in the morning. You know, you would think it'd be like 6 in the morning, like the 3 6s or something. It was always 2 in the morning people would wake me up. Wade, why, you know, just like, hello, sir, can we have a word with you? I'm sleeping. Damn it. I was having a dream that I was dreaming about Eva Longoria, and she was giving me a court order to obviously stay away from her. And, well, before I wanted to figure out what was inside the letter, I woke up, and there's these people all around me, and religious people. They're always smiling, you know, they're always... You know, they have this weird squinty look, you know, because they were all saved or something, I don't know. What, you know, and they're waking me up going, hello, sir, can we have a word with you? It's like, no, I've got a court order from Eva Longoria to stay away from her, and I must go to sleep to find out what it is. If not, it'll drive me crazy all day. And the guy is standing over, you know, and the guy's going, you know, can we save your soul? You know, you look like we want you to find Jesus. And I'm sitting there going, I know Jesus. He's the Jesus Mendez. He lives in California. He lives driver. He drives the route all the time from Los Angeles and Vegas. Yes, he survived 30 days and 30 nights on I-10 or whatever the hell that route is in the Mojave Desert, except the day that his bus tipped over, and then he thought he saw a flying pig, but that's a different story. He was high that day and was suspended. I don't know. But, you know, my point of being is, religion is crap. Religion, you know, I'm sorry. You know, for one thing, don't try to save my soul. Look at me. There is nothing to be saved. I mean, if I wanted to be saved, I would sit there and go, sir, can you save me? As a matter of fact, don't try to save me. Give me a house. Give me some money. You know, let me, I don't know, even give me a beer can. I'll be happy. I don't know. I'm not an alcoholic. I can learn. You know? What else is there in life to do? And for the life of me, you know, religion confuses me. It confounds me. It just confounds me. Why is there 5 different religions, and why have I been baptized in 5 of them? Each religion says that when you get baptized, your soul is saved. And like if you're Catholic, and then you switch over to another Christian religion, you're not saved. They didn't do it right. What the hell did they do? They didn't have the right water? Was the temperature wrong? I was baptized when I was a baby. Why do I have to be baptized again? I mean, I think I was even baptized once with Mr. T. True story. It was in jacuzzi. And this guy said, hey, we're going to baptize you, but Mr. T's in the jacuzzi. We'll ask him if it's okay to do it. And I go, no, just leave Mr. T alone. He doesn't have his jewelry. I don't want to bother him. I'm nervous enough. No, Mr. T, can he come in? Yes, bring him down, come in. And it's like I'm being carted in there, and all of a sudden I'm being put underwater, and I only see Mr. T's feet, and I go, oh God, I'm going to die right here. Oh dear God. And then all of a sudden I get up and here's Mr. T, and he's like hugging me. He says, don't let anyone tell you anything. Wait a minute, you got to look at the devil. Back you go, son. Like that. Then I go, God, I'm going to die again. It's Mr. T and his feet. And they didn't stink, by the way. I want you to point out. These do, but that's different. But he did not have stinky teeth, but he did, feet, but, anyway, I never did get to ask him the question about that episode on the A-Team where he was with Boy George or whatever, so I wanted to ask him about that one. Where was I at? Christianity and the religion of being baptized. Oh, God. Do I have any more? Time. Oh, time. Well, I must get off the stage. We'll begin this some other time. Thank you very much.
Give it up! Make some noise for our fucking sleeping comedian! He came up quick, didn't he? Like, he popped right the fuck up and was like, alright, I got this shit, I'm gonna fucking knock this shit out. You want a beer, my man? You did well. I feel like I got a reward. You were quit? Alright, he's a quit. I fucking love it. Oh, shit, man. So, what are we ending the stream? Do we have to say bye to the internet people? We're gonna go? We're going on the stream? Fuck that! Thank you so much, internet people. We're not cutting you off yet. But next time, bring your ass. Fucking, you know, people talk a lot about religion and shit. Like I said before, and I grew up like old school, like Roman Catholic and shit. I remember being a little kid, and my mom went to like old school church. Oh, it's right there. Like, she went to church like that was like, you know, like, the priest never even looked at you, so the whole thing was like this. Like, he was just looking at the altar, and you just saw the back of his head. And I remember being a little kid, and he was speaking some weird shit that I had never heard before. Later on in life, I find out that it was Latin, and, like, I don't know why you would have the Mass in Latin, because nobody speaks Latin anymore. But literally, it would just be like, hominum, Balamasca Milo, and then like the people in the crowd would say some shit, and then we'd be back to like Mammy or some shit. It was weird. It was really weird. But like the weirdest thing about like Catholic churches is that like as a little kid, like looking at like one of those old school Gothic style Catholic churches, you walk up to it and there's like a bunch of gargoyles and demons and shit just like looking down at you on your way in and shit. And as a little kid, you're like, man, why the fuck would God's house have like a bunch of fucking like demons and scary shit on the outside? And like the only thing you could think really was that like God was a bad motherfucker. Like his house was the shit. Like his house was the type of place that if you didn't know where you were and you woke up and you just kind of looked around, you were like, oh shit, fucking Dracula caught me. Like I'm stuck in his home. It's like some weird shit. I do programming and shit on the side, and like programming will put some like good shit in your head, like it'll make you fucking real smart. Like I think it's like a religion in its own sense because nothing happens that wasn't meant to be. Like nothing happens that the programmer didn't make happen. So it makes like, to me, it's the best religion because it makes the things that are really hard to explain in life so much better. Like for example, like you had to tell a little kid why his friend died, and you could be like, the Catholic version is you know, it's okay, I understand, you know, your friend Timmy died because God, our all compassionate, all loving, all knowing God said it was okay for children to die. But like the programmer mind is like, you know, oh, that's cool, Billy. Your friend died basically because God programmed it to be so. Like, that was just in the fucking code. Like, it just was meant to happen. It was going to happen anyway. Like, whether you knew him or not, this shit was going to go down. It was hard-coded and shit. I fucking love, I hope everybody's having a good night. I apologize for the environment because, you know, it's a little rough. It's a little... We got this great background and shit with the Venetian blinds. Do you think the Venetians really had blinds like this? Well, I think that's bullshit. These things seem pretty well engineered. Like, I don't think the Venetians could have pulled some shit like this off. They got like multi-functions and shit. They go up, they go down, they fucking pull. I don't think they were that smart. Like, they're not around anymore, but like, I don't think they were that fucking clever. Fucking, So! What we gotta do here is make some noise because we're gonna bring another motherfucker up on stage here. Yeah! Make some motherfucking noise! Because what are we on? Number 16? We're on 16, right, Tim? Sure. Tim? We're on Mike?
Me?
Yeah? Mike, right?
Oh, Mike.
Oh shit! This motherfucker came here last week and he made some motherfucking noise and made some motherfuckers laugh. So, everybody give it up for Michael Shannon!
Yes, okay. Well, I want to say some things I don't want to say on the internet right now.
Good. Are we streaming still?
Okay. So, I was kind of thinking, like, you know, some things just not working out at all. I mean, I've got these freaking... Okay, but anyways, like, I was, like, kind of thinking, like, you know, it's kind of fun looking, like, remembering, like, how, Robin Ventura actually broke his ankle, so he, like, played that back, like, 10 times. Like, shit, that's cool, man. Or, like, going over to, or, like, watching, like, a sports event, like, remembering when that guy got his throat slashed by the hockey playing team that 10 times over again. Shit, that's cool, man. And I would go, okay, that one's good, not funny at all. So anyway, I hate the Tea Party. And I mean, yeah, you guys are freaking retarded, and I'll say that again. They're freaking stupid retards. All the only thing that they want is to, like, cut taxes. And they don't even know what taxes provide for us. So, like, we'll say, you know, if you want to cut, these guys who are Tea Partiers should not even have any rights at all. Because, you know, taxes give us rights in some ways. So, like, they shouldn't be able to drive. Because, you know, the streets that we drive on, taxes pay for. So, I mean, or they don't, they shouldn't be called like 911. They need to have a medical emergency because the person who's driving the ambulance is paid by taxes. It's like, dude, don't you get it? It's like everything that's like all our government services are paid by taxes, and when those things are not around, like Detroit, like not having lights in the middle of the night, so when someone gets popped, it's like, you know what? Wouldn't you rather have your safety and pay more taxes? I don't get that. You know? Right?
Yeah.
Maybe this is like going on not really comedy bit or just like freaking out.
Mike 2016.
Mike 2016. I'm going for president, man. I want to legalize marijuana and everything but meth because I don't want to see bad teeth. Bad teeth is bad. So yeah, that's my platform. All drugs are good, and downers and uppers are good too. I don't care what you do, just don't drive. Don't affect me. That's my platform. I'll mind my own business, and you guys can do whatever. You can rape goats. I don't care if you rape a goat. Go ahead and rape as many goats as you can. Just leave me out of it. Don't tell me if you raped, how you raped the goat or whatever.
You just won Arkansas.
Just one Arkansas. I just won Arkansas. I'll be by Bill Clinton the second. I don't care if you're doing
a goat right now.
I don't care if you're doing your cousin. Just let me know about it. That's not my business. Just like whatever. It's like, or like, you want to do a cow? Do a cow. Just don't let me what about. What?
No, dude.
Do yeah? No, no.
I want to fuck paramedics.
Fuck paramedics. So
I want to have a medical emergency and then fuck the paramedics.
But the problem with paramedics, they're mostly guys, so I mean,
yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know, so you like
Don't you
fucking
judge. You just said you're okay with goat
Anuses
fucking.
with prostates inside of them. Please allow me to fuck their prostates.
Oh, jeez.
Tell me about their prostates.
Tell me about the guy's prostate.
Yes, please.
Because I'm not gay, so I don't do
Well,
that.
please describe them, how awesome.
Watch out for the labels.
Yeah, no. What's the labels?
Yeah, the labels. Come on. We're talking about goat fucking here.
We're talking about
There's no
holes.
labels.
We're talking about paramedic
Opportunities.
fucking now.
Paramedic fucking. I don't want to talk about paramedic fucking. I would rather talk about guys like getting spikes in their face or at the sports or something like that.
Keep going, man. Just roll with it.
Yeah, roll with it.
I'm
Roll
not
with
having
it.
notes, so that's what is going on, you know. It's because I would have notes and I would be able to go wherever, roll with it, man. Because I'm all up here, okay, man.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
All up here.
That prostate hits the cerebral cortex straight up.
Okay, here's another guy. Are you gonna tell your comedy jokes? What's your name?
Kyle.
Kyle. So you wanna like be up next, Kyle? Are you signed up? Okay. What's your last name?
Hold on.
His last name
You don't have
is
to
Make-
tell him it's he's not the host. Sorry.
It's make that prostate feel good.
Anyway, here's Kyle, and I'm signing off. Okay.
Hold on.
Woo!
Yeah!
It's make that prostate
You done? Are you
feel
sure?
good.
Yeah.
One more? Okay. Let's make sure.
There you are. Yay!
One quick thing is he's not the host, so there has to be a little transition between his set and your set.
Order.
But no, you can stay up here though. Okay. I'm gonna introduce you while you're up here
Great job.
because that's not a problem.
Yeah, thanks for heckling me, man.
No,
It was like the battle of the hecklers.
No, you did a great job. Honestly, you did.
None of you guys are hecklers except for you.
No,
Well, that's why I invited you. I'm serious. I actually did invite. He was like one of the first people I invited to this because he's hilarious. He's like the resident heckler.
Okay. We just use alcohol.
That's a solution. All right.
Alcohol is always the solution.
Well, it's a reference. Yeah, it's a solution to a temporary problem, a temporary solution to a permanent problem.
No, it's suicide.
Oh, okay. So while you are standing here like so uncomfortably, like, am I going up? Yes, and he is, and I'm going to introduce him as if you don't even know that he's here yet.
Thanks, man.
Seriously.
And you can use this part of the stage, like you can do crowd work if you want. I haven't seen a lot of crowd work tonight. Where do you work?
Where do I work?
I totally forgot where you worked. Like I know, but
I work at like.
Jimmy Jones?
Yeah.
Okay, I knew that. And
Yeah. Nice.
I love you.
and he also teaches kids music.
Well, nice.
Which brings us to this next guy, who is very musical and physical, and he's gonna use the whole studio, which is exactly how I introduced him last time, because it's true. He is. And I'm glad he's here. Because his name is Kyle Paris.
Finally! Anybody else want to host now? Since I'm like, yeah, I'll be for a minute. Okay, you wanted to introduce me next? Cool. This is awesome. Wow, this is my second time doing a basement. You know, first time I was here last like 2 weeks ago. It was like I didn't know this place. You know, it's like I'm walking down Elston Avenue and like, where the fuck is the comedy? They're not doing a comedy show at a car wash. There's an auto parts store. Then I see this little house in between the car wash and the auto parts, and I'm like, I looked at the number on the house, and it's 3036. I'm like, holy fucking shit, this is like a comedy snuff film. Yeah. And I'm on my phone with my girlfriend, and I tell her, oh, there's a comedy show in a house. She's like, dude, you're gonna fucking get killed. And after I did my set, yes, I realized she was right. I did die here. No, wow, amazing stuff. This is really cool that you're doing this in a house. It's awesome. House comedy. No, I forgot what I was gonna say next. Ah, shit. You never noticed, like, I was at a restaurant right before I came here, and then they say, oh, be sure to tip your waitstaff handsomely. How the fuck do you give somebody money handsomely? What do? You act like this, like, oh, hey, how you doing? Hey. All handsome and shit, like, here's your money. Can you give somebody money ugly? Can you pay somebody ugly? Like, here's $5. Yeah. I was missing my girlfriend on the iPod, on the iPhone, the phone. And like, you ever know, like, when you get your phone, they're like the slickest things imaginable. You cannot fucking hold on to them. It's like you're like this. Oh shit, this shit, oh hey, fuck. And then you get that rubber coat for it, that rubber wraparound thing for it. And like that thing sticks to every fucking thing. So you go from having a phone that you can't hold on to having a phone that you cannot get out of your pocket to answer the phone. You'd be like, shit. Like, and then it flies across the street.
Yeah! Without the XLR cable.
Yay! Hello? Okay. That was a nice punchline to that joke. Yeah, that flies across the street. Anyway. Ah, man. You have to forgive me. I do have a little bit of a cold. I'm coming off of a cold, so if I cough, forgive me. You know, that's the way comics are, you know. No matter how sick we are, we come up and do the show, you know. No matter how unhappy or sad or tragic our life is during the day, we come up and do a show and put on our happy faces, and we make people laugh.
Yeah.
That's right! Fucking soldiers.
Yeah, right.
You know? I wondered, like, is there a job? I wondered if there was a job out there where no matter how happy you were, you had to put on a sad face to keep the job. You know? Funeral directors. Yeah. Classic example. You cannot be happy and be a funeral director at the same time. You know, you can't be like, woo, yeah, your wife died, and your children died, I'm going to get paid.
County dog park.
What's that?
County dog exterminator.
Oh, shit. You can't be happy doing that fucking
dog
job.
Pound exterminator. You can't be happy.
You're putting dogs to sleep?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah, rabies! Woo! Rabies! That means a new car! Awesome. You know, I'm serious. Like, the guys that are the, what do you call them? The executioners at prisons. They can't be fucking, oh my
They love
God.
that shit, though.
No, well, I don't know, you know, like, what kind of lunch conversation do they have at the table in the lunchroom, you know, like...
Sick shit.
Yeah, I know, right? You know, it's like, hey, wow, cool. This is an electric stove, yeah, electric... I don't have a bit for that, but I thought, it's like, what do executors talk about at lunch? You know, like...
Mr. Andrews is dead.
What's that?
Mr. Andrews is dead.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, executioner's guy's dead,
There you
okay.
go, you're talking about
Yeah. Well, I'm done now. Okay. Wow, but talk about funerals, you know, like funeral directors. Like, funerals are kind of a weird place. You know, it's like, I go in there, I'm kind of squeamish at funerals. Not so much at funerals, but I'm squeamish when they have an open casket. That's fucked up. You know, it's like, last wake I went to, I knew the kid had been dead for 2 weeks. No, he was dead for 2 weeks, long story. And I went to the wake, and they had an open casket wake for a kid that had been dead for 2 fucking weeks, you know? And they had that thing where you, like, go up to the casket and look at the body and walk by it. And I'm like, I don't want to be a fucking asshole, you know? So I go up there and look at it, but I didn't want to. It's like, and then you got people that want to touch the body, like they're playing with his hair. Oh, isn't he so nice? They're playing with his forehead, like touching his hand and shit like that. Like, oh, that's so good. No, I'm going to miss you. And I'm thinking, like, oh my God, that makes me want to fucking puke. It's like, they're touching a dead body. And then after I get done with walking by it, I got people that want to come up to me and talk business. They're like, oh, hey, Kyle, I heard you did comedy. I own a business. Come to my Christmas show. Here's my card. I'm like, dude, don't you fucking see the fucking body right here? You know? And then you go up to the grieving mother or grieving parents. It's like, and you want to say the right thing, you know. It's like, you think like asking a woman out on a date is hard. You think you want to try to say the right thing there. Try talking to a grieving mother at her son's funeral. You know, that's fucking hard. You want to go up to her? I want to go up to her and like, yeah, I want to be nice to her and say, oh, I'm so sorry, yada, 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 but I want to say the right thing, the perfect thing, you know? I want to be like, yeah, I want to, like, get her happy and shit. So I go up to her and I'm like, hey, you want a beer? You know? Yeah, you can't say, you don't know what to fucking say in a situation like that, you know? Ah, man, what else was I going to talk about? How much time do I have left? 2 minutes?
Yeah.
For all you care, right? It's like an arbitrary number. You could have said 5, you know? He could have held up both hands. It's 4 minutes. 2 minutes. You know, 2 minutes. It's 1 minute, motherfucker. Yeah. I like it. What's your name, man?
Mike.
Mike? Cool. That's an original name.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, man.
It is.
You're keeping Pat's Blue Ribbon in business, I can see.
You're damn right.
That's right. Awesome. Wow, what else can I talk about? Oh, man, I'm on my phone with my girl. She's listening on the phone. We Skype a lot together. You on Skype here?
Yeah.
I love, like, that noise it makes when you log on to it, that true pop. I love that noise. I want to take that noise with me everywhere I go. I'll be walking into a building and walk in the front door playing that noise. It'd be like, true pop, yeah. That outro noise it makes when you hang up, that whoop whoop. That is a great noise to end an argument with. You know, like, fuck you, bitch, whoop whoop. Like you're sending that person to another world, like off to like the bizarro world, like whoop whoop. Like I wish I could end all of my arguments like that. When bill collectors call me, I wish I could say, man, I ain't got your fucking money. Whoop whoop. That'd be great, you know. Ah, man. Ever have Skype sex? You know, I stand in front of the computer all naked and shit, and like, you know, they go, oh yeah. And you think you look good in front of the computer too. You know, you think you look like the shit, like, yeah, look at that. But see, Skype has bad signals sometimes, so you actually look like this. Hey. But we actually got together in real life, but I haven't had sex in so long. And also, we were just used to Skype sex. So, like, we just stood next to each other and went, whoop, 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 whoop. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, man, you know? That's really sad. Oh, 1 minute? Oh, man. Like, Skype, you know, I like that intro, I like that exit noise, the noise it makes when you hang up. Like, that's kind of like, we're kind of back in the landline days, back when we had, like, a good way to end a fucking argument, you know? On landlines, you know, be like, fuck you, bitch, boom, like that, and it's fucking great, you know? We lost that with cell phones. Fuck you, bitch. It doesn't really work, you know? Landlines were a fucking trip. Landlines were fucking cool. I grew up, like, in the generation that was the last generation to grow up in a house that had one phone, and that was it. You know, one phone, that was it. Like, you'd be at home, and then the phone rang, you had to go to a whole other different room to answer the phone. You know? You'd be in the basement. You'd be in the basement, and the phone rang, you'd have to run up the stairs to go answer the phone. And you'd be yelling at the phone, too. You'd be like, oh, I'm coming! Hold on, I'm coming! I'm coming! We would look like freaks if we yelled that looking for our cell phones, you know, like, I'm coming! I'm coming! I'm coming! Well, thank you very much. My name's Kyle Paris. You guys have a great night.
Give it up! Make some noise! Hey! Give it up! Make some noise, my man, Kyle Paris. Thanks so much, sir! Thank you so much! Ah! Who the fuck is next? Oh, man, remember that shit? Remember landlines? Remember fucking before you had a cell phone and shit? Like, no kid will ever grow up nowadays ever having to know where their fucking friends are. Like, remember when you did that thing when you called your boy's house? Like, you're like, man, I'm assuming my boy Greggy's doing. And you like called his house and nobody was there, so you were like, okay, cool. So now I'm gonna take my ass outside. I'm gonna walk to all the fucking hot spots. Like, is he at the park? No, he's not at the park. Is he over here by the lake? Is he by the... No, he's not at the lake. Like, it's such a weird, the future and shit. We live in the goddamn future. Live in the motherfucking future. Fucking, there was a story, this is a true story too, Me and my friend, I grew up out in the suburbs. I grew up out in Gurney, Illinois. What? Up north. Blue Devil, motherfucker! What's up? Right, we came so far. Our expensive ass school got me doing fucking stand up in the basement.
On Grand Avenue.
Grand motherfucking Avenue, motherfucker. God bless that place. But I grew up in the suburbs, and what we used to do was we used to do a lot of driving and smoking. Like, that's how you got high in the suburbs. Like, you know, you went on a smoke ride. Yeah, exactly. You went on a smoke ride. So one night, I mean, it must have been like 2 o'clock in the morning. And we go on this smoke ride, me and one of my good friends, Andrea, we go on this smoke ride, and fucking, we hear this shit on the radio, because we used to have this bad habit of getting real stoned and, like, just scrolling through the fucking, you know, radio stations and shit. So we get to this one radio station where this dude's talking, he's got this really cool voice, and he's like, yeah, you know, Jesus loves you and shit like that. Like, he's like, you know, Jesus loves everyone. You know, we're going to go to the phone lines here. And this is 2 o'clock in the fucking morning, okay? And he's like, we're going to go to the phone lines here and see if we have some callers. So he gets on the phone line with his little kid. And the little kid's like, hey, Pastor Dan, you know, I was wondering if there were any children in heaven. And Pastor Dan's like, yeah, there's plenty of children in heaven. There's tons of children in heaven. They're everywhere in heaven. You know, they hang out with Jesus, and Jesus, you know, they sit on Jesus' lap, and he tells them stories and shit, and it's just like a fucked up thought. Like, it's like when you're really stoned, it's a really fucked up thought. Because I'm sitting there thinking in the car, like, oh shit, you know, there's a bunch of dead kids. Like, these kids all died. They all died, and they went to heaven, and now they're hanging out Jesus was laughing. Jesus is telling them stories, and it's kind of fucked up. I mean, it's cool that they get to hang out with Jesus, because I doubt I'll ever get to hang out with Jesus. I'm sure Jesus just laugh at me when I show up at the door, like, motherfucker, you thought you was getting in. Go to the motherfucking back. Go to the back of the fucking line. Fuck it up, dude. But fucking nah, man. I mean, we're doing well tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you so fucking much for coming out tonight. This shit's fucking time. We didn't think we were gonna do it. We didn't think we were gonna do better than last week, but we fucking.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Is this okay? I just wanted to make sure that we properly introduce the next guy.
Who we got coming?
Because this is the last one to be on the internet.
Shit.
So this is basically the headliner, but we will be continuing the next segment of the show afterwards. But this is the internet headliner.
Give it up! I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry, man. I'm going to continue to
Alright, man. Check it out. This guy I like a lot. This guy's fucking great comic. He's funny as shit. He fucking brings his fucking house down. And I want everybody to raise up. I want y'all motherfuckers to get up off your feet and shit and fucking like do some shit. I don't know nobody's gonna get off their feet. Maybe the people at home in between their porno tab and this, they just flip the screen. And take a second, people at home, you know, look to the other side of the screen that's not porno, and give it up for Andrew Bertastro!
Hey, khakis! No way I'm living up to this, guys. Let's do this. All right. Glad to be here, though. Very nice to form in a venue that has my picture up.
khakis.
All right, guys. So, guys, I used to have very long hair. I used to like go down to here and everything, but I had to cut it because I got sick of it. People asking me whether or not the food was vegan safe. That's why I got it, guys. So if you're talking to someone who's in college and then she starts talking to you about meal points, she is not on Weight Watchers. Do not bring that up. Is my advice.
Weight Watchers is awesome.
Alright, be quiet. So guys, well, I did take a woman's lit class in college though, and I had to stop taking that class. I got kind of sick of doing all my homework on the treadmill. So guys, I'd like to make sure you all know before I continue that earlier today, a 6-year-old said I was really funny. So I think we should all keep that in mind when doing this set. And we're good. I don't know. Thank you. I don't know if we can trust her opinion though, because she maintained that the driver on the bus goes beep, 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 when I think we all know he goes move on back. All right? Wheels on the bus, folks. Guys, I was in a pie eating contest the other day, and I like pie eating contests because they combine two of my favorite things, which is eating and playing through the pain. So you are looking at a champion right now, guys.
I know what do I think.
Yeah, we're gonna eat. So guys, I wish I had this level of enthusiasm and energy for my job interview today, but who? All right. So guys, I work as a substitute teacher, and as a substitute teacher, I only get paid when someone else doesn't show up for work. So first of all, let's give it up for cold season. I'm feeling well. Getting paid, guys. Getting paid. But yeah, I only get paid when someone else won't show up for work. So the other day I had to cover this class where this guy was taking care of his dying mother. And I remember thinking, man, if she dies slowly, I'm going to make so much money out of it. And then I did, and as it turns out, profiting off the deaths of innocent people, not just a rich man's game. I work with a lot of women in these teachers' lounges and stuff. Yes.
Women.
And they always say things like, "Oh boy, my period sure hurts." And then when they say that, me and a woman in her 60s reach under the table and fist bump each other. What I'm saying is, guys, I'm glad to finally be over the pink eye.
Alright, so yeah, I have another job too, and they're talking about doing psychological evaluations at that job of all their employees. So I just want to know if anyone is hiring right now. But yeah, I also want you to, just so you guys know, if you want to earn friends around the office, make sure you freak out about having to take a psych test. That's what gets people over when you do that. So yeah, so guys, the other day there were some flies in my apartment. And then earlier today, there were even more flies in my apartment.
Oh no.
It didn't occur to me that these flies were going to mate. But I am glad that someone's mating in my apartment. Ew.
Wow!
I don't know, I really admire all these people that leave their money to charity in their wills. Because there's not a more noble way to express how much you hate your family. So,
Wow.
So guys, I've been wondering, am I still young enough where I can kill someone and still blame it on Mortal Kombat? So I was at my high school reunion the other day, and I found out when I was in high school that people were afraid of me, which I was not aware of. Because I knew I was a nerd in high school. I didn't know I was a nerd that was going to bring a gun to school.
Oh, wow.
So guys, I lost some weight recently, and thank you.
Good job.
Thanks. And unfortunately, my self-esteem is still fat, so I don't know about that.
Know what that's like.
But I have a lot more energy during the day because of all this weight I lost, and I use most of that energy to imagine waffles. So guys, I am a feminist, as you would call it, and being a feminist is a lot like being a stand-up comedian, in that you would think it would get me laid more. But really, people ask me why I'm a feminist, and really it's for my future children. It's because I want my daughter to be successful in whatever career path she chooses, and I want my son to be able to marry rich. So that's why. And I was thinking it'd be very fun to raise that kid and be like, all right, son, 50 more crunches, you get to watch SpongeBob. And he'd be like, but Dad, I don't want to. And I'd be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's a good thing you're going to be hot. No one's going to marry that attitude.
Oh, shit.
So guys, how about this Lance Armstrong guy? A lot of people think he's a hero because he overcame cancer, and that's pretty cool, even that. But most of the credit for that, I think, should go to his doctor. Saying that Lance Armstrong is a hero for overcoming cancer is like saying everyone you've known that's died of cancer wasn't trying hard enough. You didn't laugh at that, guys. It's not my fault your grandma's dead. Not me. So guys, I like to drink grape soda. The best part about drinking grape soda is someone that's definitely going to say something racist. That's going pretty good. Guys, I used to cut myself, and I didn't tell. Thank you. Give it up for that, guys. Yes, but I didn't really tell a whole lot of people about that, but I can say it on stage, because it could not be true, you know. And the reason I didn't tell anyone that, because one, that's a very personal problem, and two, that's a chick disorder. So it's gonna, where that belongs. Alright, so yeah, like I said earlier, I'm a substitute teacher, and I had this one class where this kid was trying to come out of the closet during one of my classes. Alright, so that's where this basement stands. Quite the judgmental people in the basement. Yeah, so this kid's coming out of the closet. And I don't know if any of you have tried to run a classroom or anything. This guy knows what I'm talking about. But if someone comes out of the closet during class, the learning for that day is over. That's there's a new focus that they've got right now. And so what I'm saying is that guy's still in the closet, guys. Because I'm a good teacher. That's why. It's not all just passing out handouts and using someone else's hand sanitizer. What I'm saying is... And also, I used up all that hand sanitizer, so they'll get sick again. Pyramid scheme is what it is, guys.
Oh, yeah.
The substitute teacher pyramid scheme. I don't know, guys. I was thinking about the first time I ever touched a vagina, and I was like, oh man, I've been wasting my time trying to touch boobs. I'm not doing on time. Are you timing me, or is this a thing? 1 minute? Okay. So guys, I went to confession. A lot of people have been talking about being Catholic. I was raised Catholic. I went to confession the other day. I like going to confession because it's really the best place for me to brag about my sex life. I go in there and say, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It's been 8 months since the last confession. I had premarital sex twice. Count it. And the priest always goes, you know, son, in God's eyes, one time is too many. And I'm like, yeah, dude. I also used to teach religion at a Catholic school, and I don't know. Someone once told me, man, I hope you teach tolerance of other religions. So there's Islam and Judaism. And I was like, yeah, I do, kind of. But I think if you go to a Catholic school, you kind of need to be taught tolerance of Catholics. Alright, guys, this has been a lot of fun, and give it up for Robert and Tim for hosting this.
Give it up!
Yeah,
Oh my God! What's that? Chipping over people. Oh my God! Am I excited? Am I happy about this show, or am I? I am super happy. What is this? Alright.
And some Jew music.
We're not done yet. We still have. Okay, so people are here still who have been here for a long time, and they've been so patient. Oh my God, I'm so happy that people are still here who have already gone, like you. Well, you just went. You. Well, you're the host. You didn't go yet. You. And you're just an audience member, and you. That's a lot of yous. Actually, yeah. No, there's one right there, and there's one right there.
You are.
So no, you're not. Pretty good ratio. Fractions. Can anyone do fractions here? So what's the ratio out of like 1 in 3 or something like that? Yeah, like 1 in 4. Not terrible.
Look like 8.
Well, I don't care which number. Alright, so this ends the internet portion of the show. In just a few minutes, I will be stopping the stream. What? Who's there? Who? Yeah? Are you kidding me? He's Jeff Tweed. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Damn right.
I'm going
Impossible Germany. What's another one?
Impossible Germany.
I like a lot of their albums.
This guy with the hat.
I saw them at the.
Dude,
you look so much like him, it's not even funny. And I saw.
Accomplished Germany, so he can't talk.
Impossible Germany.
Yo, he's from Belleville.
Unacted Japan.
Exactly.
Where you from?
He's from Belleville.
This guy?
No.
Dude, fuck it. We got people who are very patient and very itching to get on stage. So let's just keep this thing going. I'm going to press the button on the thing to end the stream. So anyone who watched this on the internet, thank you so much. It will be archived. Great show! Fucking great show, but it's not over yet. We still got some great comedy for you guys who are still here. Let me just make sure I know who's going first. There's only like a couple left, and yeah.
Thank you, Germany.
All right, who is ready? The next, and he's gonna kill. The next premiere. He's itching and he's ready.
Dude, the guy who's not screaming.
I offend you. Is that your cognizant will come to heaven?
Thank you, Roman Leo, everybody.
There they go.
Rabbi Roman Leo. I'm gonna stop this stream. Thank you, Internet.
Internet.